scroll on down here, guys. Thank you again for that. Thank you again for that, Schmoogan.
Schmogan.
And we're going to go end off with the episode issued 412 of the Alivast Oracle. Touch a magic rune to subscribe. Missed an issue? Follow our Tumblr. Want to join? Visit our section in the Unexpectables Discord. And, ooh, no. No, I'm not signing up for anything. Alivast Oracle, radicals dealt a low blow. Following a spree of attacks on Eltmer refugees by radical loyalists, the Eves Meadow Academy has temporarily shut down the school, citing safety reasons. Many parents are disappointed with the shutdown as it halts their children's education. The shutdown is not unwarranted as the radicals have begun attacking refugees in public, expanding their attacks to all refugees. With public safety now being brought into question, one must wonder if the other core institutions will shut down. With reports of break-ins, shopkeepers are also considering a similar move to protect their property and patrons. Guards advise refugees to not go out at night alone and to make sure that their homes and businesses are locked and secure. Despite these measures, a former student at Eves Meadow Academy was attacked recently. The student was walking in the city with a friend when she was accosted by an unknown man. Before the man was able to hurt her, the student promptly yelled, "That's my purse. I don't know you," and kicked him square in the loins. The outcry and strike alerted a passerby to intervene. This passerby, mentioned in a previous publication as the Ivory Drow, subdued the assailant. The Ivory Drow dodged the assailant's blows with what witnesses described only as a patient level of defense, and failed them with numerous blows. The vigilante ascertained the safety of the victims and left before the guards arrived. The assailant was taken into custody where his Eltmer ties were uncovered. The guards declined to divulge any more information as the investigation is ongoing. The student's self-defense training likely spared her further trauma. When asked where she learned her skills, she simply replied, "I was trained by a professional." The guards are also continuing their search for the Ivory Drow, as he's been spotted in similar capacities at the scenes of multiple crimes. You want to read the next one? That's my purse. I don't know you.
I was trained by a professional. Fucking great. I love it, guys. All right, let's see here. Gals gather to guard against gang. The members of the Alivast Women's Defense League held a rally yesterday to raise awareness of the growing violence on women and families of the Eltmer descent. What used to be isolated incidents of harassment have escalated to a series of kidnappings and assaults, often reaching into the safety of people's homes. "I'm here to call the community into action," said Belthany Brassbook, a potter originally from Nomeria. "I may not be from Eltmer, but when my neighbors are attacked in the safety of their beds, I cannot stay silent." Many demanded that the city guard take more action, but others were taking a more martial approach. "Since the school was shut down, I've got nothing better to do than to go out patrolling the neighborhood," said one young drow who wishes to remain anonymous. "When our classmates are attacked, you bet we're going to do something about it. I mean, we didn't even get to hold the dick-kicking finals against the ABIF Academy." Dick kicking with a Q and a Y. "Me and some of the other girls from the school are going out armed. Hunting these vermin will make me powerful," interjected a large gnollish companion of the anonymous drow. The AWDL organizers had a series of presentations on safety precautions and urged people to travel in groups and always lock their doors and windows at night. They also distributed simple clay whistles that would be sounded to alert attention to an attack. There was also a call to contribute funds to the relief of people who had been injured by violence and were not able to support themselves or care for their children during their recuperation. The AWDL is involved in a number of other charitable activities around Alivast. A secondary theme to the rally was the growing need of refugees from Libris village for warm winter clothing and blankets. Organizers said that if anyone wishes to clothing, blankets, or money for either cause, to bring them to the Autoria Lightleaf, the League's treasurer.
Dreadful dragon decimates village. A recent attack on the village of Libris by dragon-worshipping cultists has triggered a flood of refugees to swell the tent town surrounding Alivast. With the final wave arriving yesterday, displaced from their village, their livelihoods, and their families, this news trial is the latest in a wave of crises upon the city. The survivors tell harrowing tales of an unprecedented attack, with a red dragon blistering fields and searing a ring of flames around the village. Dismal accounts of cultists breaking into and looting homes, setting drakes loose upon the survivors as they fled, and unfortunately, numerous. We didn't see it coming at all, said Andrew Porter, a human farmer who managed to escape with his family. We thought our village was safe. We rarely have troubles with the Fae or goblins. And we're so far from the front lines of the war with the fire giants, but then this shadow swept through the sky, screaming death and fire so hot it choked us. We're out in the fields tending when it happened. I've never felt a fear like that in my life. Shaking around my belly, we all just picked up and ran as fast as we could until we couldn't hear the screams anymore. Pleas have been made to the council to send a force to liberate the town of Libris, but early estimates predict a rapid response would be unlikely. With the recent Hoketh emergency, the Eltmer pressure in the city, and the ongoing war with the fire giants in the south, the Alivastian forces are spread thin. Also of concern now is the influx of refugees will how the influx of refugees will tax Alivast. With the harvest season over and the winter season fast approaching, citizens have been urged to spare what they can to help bolster. Oh my goodness. Food. Buy it with thought. Cook it with care. Use less wheat and meat. Buy local foods. Serve just enough. Use what is left. Don't waste it. Alivast City Council. Oh shit, we'll all have to tighten our belts for a while, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's time for the letters to the Lady of Livrosia. Da 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 da. Would you like the first one?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Let me zoom in here real quick. Dear Lady of Liverosia, I have a friend who has recently gone through some very stressful situations. Without going into detail, I'll say that she's recovering from several traumatic experiences. She's currently in a safe place, and I want to support her because in my own life, I've suffered similarly. I try to be kind and supportive, but I wonder if I'm being overbearing. More than anything, I want her to heal and be happy, but I can't seem to find the right words to comfort her, and gifts and gestures of kindness, while sincere on my part, aren't well received. Where are the boundaries between caring and overbearing? Signed, Concerned Confidant. Dear Concerned Confidant, I love you. When someone is recovering from trauma, their responses often aren't what we think they should be, especially if the trauma was over a period of time. Your friend needs more than anything your understanding that you need time to heal. Some people bounce back quickly, others take longer to process. This isn't weakness on their part, but a result of everyone being unique. If you are putting your efforts in gifts and gestures, you may want to refocus onto simply listening. Sometimes just being open to allow someone this space to process is what they need. Don't feel the need to fill your time together with conversation. Often the most comforting thing is knowing that even in silence, the person you're with. Did it get cut off?
I don't know. It's nearby. I'm assuming that's what it is. But, dear Lady Livrosia, I'm tired and frustrated with how everyone I know has friends, romantic relationships. They seem to be more successful than me. I feel left out of the loop. I'm stuck in a job I don't want, and I don't see any future in it for me. I don't feel like I'm doing anyone any good, and I'm really lonely. People don't want to spend time with me and just avoid me. I want to have a relationship with a nice guy who understands me. I don't think that will ever happen, and I don't know why I should even try. Signed, Weary Woman. Dear Weary, I love you. I want you to say that out loud to yourself. Do it now. Do it when you get up in the morning. Do it every time you feel lonely. You need to love yourself first and foremost. St. Rogers wrote, deep within us, no matter who we are, there lives a feeling of wanting to be lovable, of wanting to be the kind of person that others like to be with. This isn't about being selfish. It's about acknowledging that you are a unique and special person who needs and deserves love. I don't need to meet you to know you are a beautiful creation worthy of love. If you love yourself, then there's two people that love you. You're in a dark place now. And in this simple letter, I can't fix everything. Be gentle with yourself and write me again. And the last one, strong mustache wax, now safe for gnomes. It wasn't safe for gnomes before? Oh, God. Well, please read the last. The last.
Dear lady, I went through with your advice and built up courage to tell her the truth. Though now she hasn't been around for a week at the workplace, everything feels a bit dull without her, and the colors around me are muted. I feel like I messed up, and now I've lost a good friend. What can you tell me to do? Wait? Move on? I don't know. I feel lost right now. Alone at work. Rosie Colescale. Dear Rosie, I love you. I want you to remember that even when our hearts are anxious, love should be patient. Your friend may have legitimate reasons why she hasn't been around to see you. You may want to send her a message, or perhaps even pay her a visit if that's something you've done before. Letting her know that you care as a friend, regardless of any other relationship, is best, but there's always a chance that she may be a little confused or even uncomfortable with your feelings. You need to give her some space to work things out, and you may need to prepare yourself for outright rejection. Love is not a science like alchemy or astrology. It doesn't always follow rules that say the same actions will always have the same outcome. It's a messy, chaotic thing, and sometimes we get a result that we don't want. If this is the case, then don't just give up on love, but treasure the feelings you had and move forward to new experience.
That's a really wholesome way of doing it. Come for the entertainment and just stay. Romanchin, heart of the entertainment district. Have you ever been turned into a rabbit, turtle, frog, or any other small and weak creature against your will? You have rights. If you or your loved ones have been a victim of unapproved polymorph contract, the law offices of Frosnox, Jeekland, and Dicht, okay, in the lower Druidic district. Money up front. We are legit, and we will fight for you, both in and out of the courtroom. Cuisine of Alivast. Holy artifact. Holy diver. Oh my god, so much. This is so beautiful. What would you like to read next, Snick?
I'll do Cuisine of Alivast.
You do cuisine? Alrighty.
Yep. Hello and welcome back, dear readers, to this ongoing series of articles. In this article, we'll be looking at 2 recipes for drinks that will keep you warm in the upcoming cold month. Eggnog. This first recipe is a great seasonal drink that can be used for a multitude of different occasions. Materials you will need will include a metal bowl, a small mixing bowl, and beaters. Ingredients: 3 separated eggs, 6 divided teaspoons of sugar, 1 cup of whole milk, 1.5, if no alcohol is intended, a half cup of rum or brandy, a half teaspoon of vanilla, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream, 3 egg whites, and ground nutmeg or cinnamon. Separate the yolk from the eggs. Set the egg whites in a metal bowl and place aside to chill. In a small mixing bowl, beat the yolks until blended. Add 3 tablespoons of sugar. Blend until thick and lemon-colored. Stir in the milk, rum, or brandy, vanilla, and salt. Place the mixture in a cool place to chill for 2 hours. Whip the cream, remove the egg whites, and beat until soft peaks form. Add the remaining sugar, beating the mixture into stiff peaks. Fold the yolk mixture and whipped cream into egg whites. Add a dash of nutmeg or cinnamon with each serving. Yum. Might have to try that.
That just sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I do not voice Johnny Firecracker, but I appreciate it. Oh, get this 9 ad.
Oh,
Get ready to
never mind.
get ready to get dressed to the 9 tailor shop, Lower Crafting District.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good ad. Just 9. Holy artifact vanish. Hoketh cleric leaves city in search. For the past couple of days, you may have noticed hundreds of cloaked figures making their way through the city streets. Each cloak looked different from the last, with some regal and pristine, while others are tattered like rags. From Goliath to Halfling, from elf to Tabaxi, they filled the roads, all of them heading out of the city. The wearers of these cloaks are proud followers of Hoketh, hunting someone who had desecrated one of their holy sites. The Bead of Hoketh, a powerful and holy artifact that was kept hidden from most of the public consciousness, was recently stolen from the holy graveyard. Few from the outside of the clergy have ever laid eyes on the bead, though details on what it can and can't do are vague at best. All sources I've been able to contact have laid claim to the same detail. The Bead of Hoketh is the essence of Hoketh. In the right hands, it is used to help lay the dead to rest. In the wrong hands. The missing artifact became a town knowledge when Lady Isla made a call for all available clerics to head to the graveyard where the bead was hidden. During the mass exodus of the clerics, I was able to speak with Lady Isla briefly as she passed, and asked for more details. Her only words were, "She did love me. She did love you," before she marched onward with her fellow clerics. I tried to ask other clerics for details, but sadly none wanted to comment. The disappearance of the bead comes at a tense time within the city. With a number of incidents of kidnappings and missing people rising each day, it's easy to jump to conclusion that the two are related. There is no evidence that the theft of the bead of Hoketh and the missing people are linked, said Borf, a city guard representative of the issue. On this issue, as far as the guard is concerned, the two crimes are not related in the slightest, and that this is an isolated incident. While it's easy to just lump these crimes together as the doings of criminal organization, the facts have dictated that this was planned way in advance, and it took, we're guessing, 4 people to pull off. The timing of the kidnappings provides the crime with an excellent scapegoat. At this time, we are certain that the thieves were only after this item. However, we will add an extra set of guards at key holy sites throughout the city. When asked if the guards have any suspects, Borf claimed they have a very small list of potential suspects. However, due to protocol, he is unable to disclose that information. The departure of the clerics has placed a pall of confusion upon everyday life in the city. Besides some shops closing down or businesses missing a few staff members, all funerals within the city have been postponed due to no one being present to perform the rites. We reached out to the other churches around the city and continued. Voila. Music shop and repair, located in the entertainment district. There's a music shop. Apparently, a music shop. Violi.
What's that? I'm already running towards there, Bulky.
I love Zenhawk. Fine Mel, she's like, chill out, Hoketh. It was just a prank, lol.
It's just a prank, bro. There's dozens of Hoketh clerics start beating the shit out of each.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
It was just a prank.
Alivast guard log. Inscribed and distributed by Grinalda Spine Snapper. Data, including events that occur in the past 24-hour period. Traffics, 0. Homicides, 1. Non-fatal encounters, 0. Street robberies, 0. Commercial robberies, 0. Arcane robbery, 0. Vehicle theft, 0. Vehicle recovery, 0. Vehicle break-ins, 0. Residential break-ins, 0. Commercial break-ins, 1. Apocalyptic, 0. Others, 2. Missing persons, 2. 4:27 a.m. Reports came in of a break-in at the Sweet Dragon. Doros rushed to site, followed by Welch and Sioran and Helena. There they found the body of an attempted robbery, dead on the stairs due to a fatal snake bite. Reports from the barmaid state that the guard was stabbed but not wounded, still trying to identify the would-be thief. 9:45 a.m. Zenithana was sent to look into the last known whereabouts of the Methjanther. She didn't show up at her morning shift at the Honey Badger Bagel Bench. Signs of her whereabouts are unknown. And 12:37 p.m. Davtiln and Unua went to look for the claim of a figure entering the sewer with a woman over her shoulder in the lower crafting district. After investigating the area, they confirmed something used the sewer entrance. However, all ways to track have gone cold. 8:45 p.m. A landlord in the Middle Arcana district heard signs of a struggle and called the guards. Kay and Dalar went to check on the situation. Upon entering the location, no body was found. However, another knife was found. A task force is being formed by Waltumel to look into this matter. We currently believe this and the disappearances are not connected. All day, Doris refused to leave the Sweet Dragon establishment. We have tried to pull him away, both figuratively and literally. He is taking a vacation. And, of course, these lovely games. Now, time to give the credit to the amazing people here at the Alivast Oracle. Discord, Jim at Jim the Rabid Cow as Finnegan Eastagoff, at artist and writer. At Froggy's mom as Ludwig Hudenply, Lady of Livrosia, and Hortense Roxbury, and Puzzle Maker writer. Candy at Kiara Ryan 1 as Kylan Valen, ad artist. At Fozzie Wolf as Ledger writer. At Nicket Square as Puzzle Maker ad artist. Miss Fanservice, she's known as. At The Threadweaveress as Saren Razmi writer. At Sightchi Evie as Pip the Kobold. At Poi Suit 47 as Ben Ironwood Puzzle Maker. and at Voodoo Soviet as editor, artist, artisanal ice cube crafter, and paper formatter. And here they are, everybody. Touch the magic rune to subscribe.
I still think it's a really cool touch.
That is a fantastic touch. And I want to thank all these lovely people for making this beautiful, beautiful thing for the community. This is so much fun. And I'm so glad that we get to share in it.
Every issue is such a great read.
Oh, I know, right? Like, it's... I'm glad we finished on it, by the way. I think it was good to finish on it.
Yeah.
But guys...
Also, I extra like how they don't really bring us up at all. I think this is the first time they've even mentioned the Sweet Dragon.
Yeah, mostly because there was a criminal incident there, right? So, makes sense.
It's getting very interesting, and I'm looking forward to the next issue.
Yeah, me too.